Hey everyone, I'm going to do a part 2 of Market Watch. I realized that I had mute on, so I'm going to replay the video um, to go over the rest of this information here. So somewhere around here I hit the wrong key for mute. In fact, that's probably what this is, right? There is where I hit mute. Okay, so I didn't come back after I hit that. So what I'm doing here is I'm adjusting to show you Bitcoin, which is at a fairly healthy 3624. Yesterday I was holding at a fairly healthy 3613. The high today was 3648, low was 35.98. So even though it dipped beneath that 35.99, oh, that's so weird. Why wasn't it picking up my microphone if I heard it tap the key? Isn't that strange? Okay. Anyway, so he's showing, that there's been a slight down at each of those low points that break the Bollinger Bands. We haven't talked about indicators yet, but when we do, you'll understand what I'm saying there. So I am actually surprised at the slight uptick, and I'm going to make sure that I am actually not muted now. Yes, that is correct. Yep. So hopefully the video stuff with this works correctly as well. But, so that uptrend right there actually impresses me, and I'm kind of expecting for it to correct a little bit to do, kind of another fall as people short Bitcoin. That tends to be, when they reach their positions, I expect to see a sell-off as part of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and we'll go more into that as well. So just looking at some other coins that are performing well, happy to see IOST went back up from 187 to 188. So, we still have a while to go before we clear our position of 199. Nano sitting a little bit flat. 2300 has been kind of the new 2500 for Nano. We want to see it go much higher. OMG. Okay, I talked about OMG for a while. And one of the things that I think is a great plus for Binance, you'll see here how they just have it as 334, which means the next bid that you could put in is 332 or 333 or 335 or 336. But in actuality, there's only 3 decimals ahead of it, so there's 2 full decimals of actual value after that number. So when you come to the center, when you're trying to work the way that I do, see the blue with the white numbers. You just are looking at the first 3 of those, not the last 2 digits. So 317, 318, 319, 320, 321, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 339, 342. So you have to ignore those last 2 digits when you're looking at OMG and not get confused about how you're measuring that progress and putting in your positions over there in the order book. So I actually like that they do that. I think that it works better for a 1 decimal difference than 2. Once you get into 2 decimal differences, it's kind of like, I'm still happy that it does something better for the movement of the coin, and therefore it makes it to where all of our trades are a little bit more trustworthy, a little bit more reliable. It is helpful to all of us, but it's just a little bit more complex to read. So you have to be careful, and sometimes the movement of the coin is limited a little bit by just how much it actually has to move when it's actually, worth more than $1 right now. So those are just bigger leaps that it's got to do. I would imagine I'm still making that point. I feel like I'm directing a silent movie right now, but it wasn't worth losing all this data and having to do it again when I could just record it this way. So hopefully this works fine. So looking at Phoenix Coin, we're really happy it was getting within about 20, 25 points of clearing for our positions. 255 was like almost there. So that last downtrend with Bitcoin hurt us. We have to kind of remake up that position again, but that's kind of the name of the game. And I also wanted to reiterate that when you're looking for positions in coins that are really good decisions based on indicators and charts and your gut instinct, and with me the creative movement, because I'm so used to from the music industry spending thousands of hours analyzing and studying waveforms, so I noticed the tempo, the pace of patterns. But that also means that when there are big pumps and huge dangerous spiky changes in the market, ours will tend to be the ones that go down before they go up, just because we're making safe, smarter moves, and the volume pulls out of those more slow and steady wins the course type positions. They go out of that when it goes into the extreme 120% pumps, like what's happening with storage right now. Very rare these days to see that kind of thing. But 10%, 20%, 30% over 15, 20 coins can take a lot of volume out of the slow and stable coins as well. So I'm just looking at this range, and it's very typical for a lot of things. But you'll see that where the spike is at 255, you're going to see a little bit of correction from the 230 range. Hopefully it doesn't have to go down to 216 and then pop back up before it gets to 230 and starts making it rise again. That's my hope anyway. So I'm wondering if at this point, what's up? What's up? Okay. Hopefully you have made your point. Hopefully you made your point. Yeah. Must have had a lot to say. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. You can see the same spike happening up here. This was an extreme up here, but this actually happened over like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. So that's good for yo-yo coin. More on this later. This is funny. I honestly do not remember what I was saying about it there. You know, sometimes we'll take time to go over the more obvious coins. You know, XRP, Litecoin, Ethereum. I always want to cover Bitcoin, even though, you know, if you've been watching it, you should always be set to Bitcoin no matter what's going on. Steam, I always say this, I hope that these aren't bad guys because I'm really interested in their project. I think that they have the right idea about what the future of the internet is supposed to look like. So let's see if I actually even did the outro correctly. Yes, I did. And I'm going to take that as my cue. All right, guys. God bless you. We will see you for live trading.